When you've lost a baby during pregnancy or the first few weeks of life, it can be terrifying to try to get pregnant again. You may be scared of not being able to conceive, of losing another baby, and you may have a hard time trusting your medical team to protect your pregnancy. In addition to all that, it may even feel disloyal to the baby you've lost to have another one. When you become pregnant again, the anxiety about having another loss can be overwhelming. Here are a few things other couples have done to manage their anxiety. When you feel particularly scared, use this mantra and say to yourself, "This is another pregnancy and another baby." Or you can say, "That was then, this is now." By separating the two pregnancies and the two babies in your mind, you can start imagining having a different outcome. Another thing that is very helpful is to break down time. One couple who got pregnant after having a stillbirth told me, "We go hour to hour, week by week, medical appointment by medical appointment, and help each other not get ahead of ourselves." You can also increase your self-care methods. For instance, you can look for guided meditations, which are readily available online. Some people find it helpful to listen to a calm voice and to have that voice guide them into relaxation, while others prefer to listen to nature sounds. Another option is moderate exercise. Trauma research tells us that moderate, not intense exercise is the most beneficial to people who have gone through a traumatic experience. Something else has been found to be very helpful in trauma work is to put a very cold compress on your eyes. That has been found very effective in calming the nervous system. The same woman I mentioned who had a stillbirth had stopped feeling her baby kick during the night at the end of her last pregnancy, so she was terrified at night when she approached her due date that the same thing would happen again and her baby would not survive. So she kept a cooler next to her side of the bed with a frozen eye gel and put it on her eyes whenever she became too anxious during the night. She found this to be very soothing. You can also ask for extra monitoring from your medical team when you feel too nervous. One woman, for example, was given permission by her doctor to ask for extra visits to hear the baby's heartbeat. She was so grateful and reassured every time. She would tell me, "She's still around today, and that is something to celebrate." Lastly, distract yourself as much as possible and allow yourself to find moments of fun. In my book, I list many more examples of what can be helpful to manage your anxiety. The key here is to assemble a toolkit of resources and a team of various people around you to help you cope. Depending on when you lost your baby, whether it was mid-pregnancy, just before your due date, or during labor, or the first few weeks of your baby's life, those moments can be especially triggering in a new pregnancy, and you may not be able to breathe fully and trust that your baby will live until you have passed that marker. Talking to someone, a friend or a grief counselor, to prepare for those particularly challenging times, and having a plan in mind, like the examples I just mentioned, can be very helpful. The couple I mentioned who had a stillbirth went on to have a healthy baby girl.